Hi guys, welcome to Short No Life. So on today's video, AzureBeauty actually reached out and asked me did I want to review another one of their dip powder kits, and I of course said yes. If you want to see another dip powder kit that I have done before in the past using AzureBeauty, I'll link it in the cards up above. But as you can see, this is a 32-piece dip powder kit and I love it. I think this is a really great deal. So I'm just going to turn the box over and show you the ingredients, directions, storage, all of that kind of information. Personally, I love this kit and I do recommend this kit. Like a year ago or maybe 2 years ago, I really wanted to get into dip powder, but everything felt one color, if that makes sense. Like all of the kits were just in the same color family and they didn't include the dip powder liquids, a lot of them. So for me, this is a kit I would personally use for a beginner. It has a ton of colors, you have so many options, and it comes with the liquid. It also comes with these two extra brushes for, I believe this is for your base gel if the brush get hard, because we know base gel is some type of glue. It also comes with some instructions on how to do some dip powder nails. I would recommend following their instructions if you're doing natural nails. This will work just fine. It also comes with this after service card, just in case you have some problems or anything, you can contact them. And it also has this pamphlet to let you know the less coats you do, the lighter the color or the pigment will be. The more coats you do, the darker the pigment will be. So it also comes with this brush. I recommend using this one because if it's too dense, it can dig into the dip powder and you'll get this stippling motion that you don't want. It comes with the base, activator, gel, top coat, and a brush saver, as well as this file. It has a nice grit to it, so I really think this will be really good in this application, but I did not use this one. I used a longer one. It also comes with the buffing block, which is actually a really nice buffing block. I really like though this one in this kit. I used it the last time, but I didn't use it this time. And it also comes with this tray. For me, this tray is just like a gem for me. I'm able to do my dip process easier. I know some people use cupcake liners, but I actually prefer this dip tray, to be honest. And I have opened the rest of this stuff off camera, so I wanted you to see how it actually comes to you. It is all sealed and contained, but again, this has already been opened. I meant to say that earlier because you saw it was something on my buffing block. I did that. It was just some gold foil, but yeah, I have already opened this and I love it. I swatched everything. I did swatch everything in base coat because I didn't want to use up the liquids before I did my nail set. And look at the colors. They are so beautiful, so vibrant. And I don't know why, but I didn't expect this pigmentation, but this is really good. I've really enjoyed using these products. And if you thought that was all the colors, there is more. I told you guys 32 dip powder colors, and this is their spring collection. And if you want to pick this kit up, I will have the link in the description box down below. I do recommend this kit. You get everything you could possibly need for a beginner, and the colors are super vibrant. I really do like these. I'm showing you this specific one because I didn't think I was going to use it in today's video, but it was my favorite, this iridescent color. I loved it, but I did end up using it today. So I'm just trying to show you all of the colors together so you can see them, but let's just begin the video. To start off, I am going to take the base coat and I'm going to place it where the tip would meet the natural nail. This isn't about me building an apex, so this is not the way that the instructions describe how to do this. I am still learning, so my nails will be a little lumpy, a little bumpy. I'm going to change that. They are a lot lumpy and bumpy, but I know how to file, so I got them back together in the end. So as you can see, each layer I just go slightly higher than I did the last layer until I meet the cuticle. Because this is so repetitive and you probably watch 30 minutes of me doing this process, I did cut some of the footage out, but I'm trying my best to tell you what I did off camera. So I did do more layers than what you're going to see. I think I'm going to jump to where I just do the cuticle at now. So yeah, I probably did about an extra 1 or 2 layers, and now I'm just going to take it to the cuticle. And so if you're confused about the pointer and the pinky, I decided I wanted to do an ombre for them, and that will be coming up soon. But on the ring finger, I am doing the full nail, so that's what I'm trying to do right now. And then I will go ahead and activate them. Please be aware, again, I did do multiple coats off camera as well. It was just super repetitive. I looked at the nails from all angles just to make sure I did see an apex. So that's why they kind of look a little lumpier and bumpier, because I would add it in certain spots if I feel like I needed to add it there, if that makes sense. And I am being very generous with the activator, and I did activate that nail twice. After the first one, I let it dry a little bit, and then I activated it again. So now I'm just going to do that clear iridescent color. I told you guys, I thought it was so pretty on the swatch stick. I had to add it. This was not a part of my original design, but it was just so pretty. So this one did come out a lot smoother. I feel like it came out a lot smoother because I only focused on that one at that time. So if I do this again, I think I would probably do one nail at a time, because that gets the best results for me. So I've already filed these lightly off camera. I wanted to make sure the pointer and pinky were a little bit more smooth so that I could do this next step, which is adding the white to the bottom. And I'm just trying to create some sort of a ombre situation. And I am too heavy-handed right here. I do not know how to not be heavy-handed, and I would not recommend pushing your brush in there like that, because that just created like divots in there. I was pushing it too hard into the nail. So yeah, don't do that. Just let it sit there and do its thing, honestly, because you can always file it off. You cannot, well, you can fix what I just did, but it's just easier to file it off later on. So as you can see, I don't know what I'm doing right now. I told you guys, this is my third, I don't know if I mentioned this, but this is my third time doing dip powder, and this is my first time attempting ombre. I have watched other YouTubers do it, but I never got like the full how-to of how to do it. So I did it my way, but next time I think I will find more tutorials on how to do it so I can watch it and pay attention. But as you just saw, I did activate them, and then off camera I did go ahead and I filed them the best that I could, and now I'm activating them again. They are a little bit thinner because I am about to add a bunch of coats, and I realized that. So that's why I did go ahead and put some rubber base gel on as the base today. Usually I would do a thin base, but I wanted it to be thicker specifically for the pinky because it is a lot thinner than I anticipated. So what I'm doing now, as you can see, my ombre is not the best, and I really didn't need it to be the best with the design I'm going to show you guys. It didn't have to be perfect, but I wanted to bring it up slightly and kind of fade it a little bit more, but it still is not perfect, and I really wasn't expecting perfection, so I'm fine with that. So I just took a white gel polish and kind of stippled it onto the nail. And then I did go back in and I made this nail white because I accidentally made it pink. I should have made it white from the beginning, but I really was not thinking about my design. But there is a white included in this kit, which you've already know because I did put it as the ombre. So I'm going to take all of these colors, which I'll have the number of which color it is on the bottom of the screen, so you'll know. First thing I want to say, I did remove the middle nail just in case you're like, what happened to it? I removed it because it had base gel on it, and I didn't want this powder to get on to the nail. And I also wanted to say, I did just show you my first base of the green. I did add the other 4 colors as well, but because it's so light, I felt like I'll show you the second coat so you can see it a little bit better. And I think you'll see it more on this layer. And I did go in and do about 3 coats of this, which is why I said I'm okay that my pointer and pinky were on the thinner side, because they got built up anyway in the end. And when I say thinner, it's not too thin that I felt like it would break if it was my real life nail. It's just that it was thinner than if I were to do, I don't know how to explain it. It was thinner than what I would normally do, I guess you can say. and the orange was super pigmented for this process. And I don't know if I didn't mention this, but I am just putting this onto the tacky layer of the nail. There is a bunch of methods on how you could do this, but I've tried the matte top coat, the half cured matte top coat. That didn't work for me. So if you have a preference, please let me know how you do your pigments or dip powder pigment onto the nail. I would really love to hear it. I did try to look up some tutorials, but to me, I just felt like this was the best method that was working for me at the moment. And it did take a few coats, but it turned out exactly what I wanted, so I was not disappointed at all. And if you're wondering what kind of design this is just abstract. You guys know I love my abstract nails, so this is just me playing with the dip powder and seeing what I can create with dip powder. So on top of that, I did go in and matte the nails as you just saw, and I'm going to do this I believe this is a sunflower. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but I think that's a sunflower stamp. And I am just wiping the tacky layer off of the nails right now from the matte top coat. And then I'm just going to do my stamp process and apply it to the nails. So for the pointer and the pinky, I honestly wanted like individual sunflowers, but I didn't have any. So I just decided to use this stamp and kind of make it just half the nail, if that makes sense. But it really wasn't supposed to look like this, but I just need to buy some more stamping plates, I guess, which kind of makes me happy because I love buying stamping plates. So I decided it needed a pop of color, so I chose this green to go across the top of it. This was a bad idea. I would actually do this in a gel polish if I were to do this again, because these did not want to stick down or anything. They kept popping up. You can even see them pop up a little bit in the finished results, and if you see it, that's what it is. They just didn't want to sit down, and I tried to cure them flat and everything, but these stickers are just bad. They're bad quality, to be honest. But now I'm just top coating everything, making it all nice and shiny. And I did top coat the underside of the middle nail. So this is not perfect. Please don't think it's perfect. This is literally my third try using this, but I am so excited to try more dip powder nails after this. I like the idea of working with them as pigments as well, so I'm excited what I can do, figure out what I can do with that as well. So this is the set. I'm super happy with this set. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much to AzureBeauty for sending this over. Again, the link is in the description box. I really recommend this kit because of everything you get with it. But yeah, thank you for joining me. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Have an amazing day, guys. Bye.